So, welcome to another Patreon request, and this one comes from SwiftBlitz, SwiftBlitz 8887. Excuse me. And yeah, basically this video is like a subject matter, and the subject in question is, as you can see, was 2012 TMNT peak Ninja Turtles? Like, that's the big question we're going to be asking ourselves is, was this the height of the Ninja Turtles? So yeah. But as always, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon, where you guys can hit the third tier that'll allow you access to do so. Other than that, I hope you all enjoy this, and let's get started with the video. So, is the 2012 cartoon peak Ninja Turtles? Now remember, I think we all were kind of like, no, the 2003 Turtles was peak Ninja Turtles. There was no other ones. And I was of that mindset too for the longest time, where the that Ninja Turtles universe was sorry, I lost my train of thought. I woke up at like 5 in the morning and just could not go back to sleep. So I'm running on empty here. I need to drink more coffee or just have a better sleep schedule. Anyway, so this was kind of the mindset of 2003 Turtles was the best version. No knock to the 80s Ninja Turtles, and a lot of people were very much against the 2012 cartoon. I was like, well, it could be good. And I will admit, those first few episodes of Ninja Turtles are a little rough. I think every show has that kind of like trying to gain the footing. But once Shredder showed up, damn, it got good. Like once Shredder finally appeared in the show, oh fuck, it got good. And I think the show just hit the ground running once we had the introduction of Shredder officially in the show. And I'm gonna be honest, I think this is the peak of Ninja Turtles. I have watched Rise of the TMNT. It's not awful. I think the animation is phenomenal in that show. The storytelling also got better. I think we were just too angry. We were all just mad because we reached the pinnacle and now it feels like a step down. Because yeah, I'm gonna be honest, and I don't think this is a hot take either. The TMNT show of the 2012 Ninja Turtles cartoon is the peak of Ninja Turtles. It is written by fans for fans. It is a show that quite literally broke ground on so many levels. It basically made a this cartoon basically was a love letter to every era of the Ninja Turtles. Every Easter egg, every reference, it was all there. It was all there for all of us. And I really do think that this this particular Ninja Turtle cartoon was epic in terms of storytelling. How they introduced other eras from how they did like this universe's version of Toka and Razar, or how they did the Punk Frogs, or how they did all these other characters, even like toys, like old Ninja Turtle toys were also in this era of Ninja Turtles. Every era was loved. There was no like mocking of the show. There was no like cheap mocks or, oh, wasn't this dumb, or anything like that. It was like, no, there was genuine love for every era of the Ninja Turtles, and for that I cannot thank it enough. I do honestly think that the show also had some of the best action. It had some of the best fight scenes and storytelling. It was a masterclass in fighting and storytelling. There's a lot of great interpersonal drama. There's a lot of great stories there. And I'm gonna be honest, I am not afraid to say this. I'm gonna have that meme for a moment. You know what? I'm not afraid to say it. I liked April and Donnie. There, I said it. I liked April and Donnie's thing. I thought it was different. I thought it was something new. Did it get a little dumb at times? Sometimes. But I did like it. I'm not afraid to say it. I actually liked it. Because you can only have April and Casey together so many times in the same universe over and over again until you're like... because it's kind of the same story over and over again. Not to bash anyone who likes April and Casey together. I was just kind of like, yeah, this Donatello April thing's actually kind of neat. So yeah, and also, if we're pointing fingers here, a lot of you guys also really like Leo and Karai, even though they're technically siblings. Y'all don't get to yell at me. Y'all don't get to yell at me. If anyone out there liked Leo and Karai together, y'all don't get to yell at me. Yeah. The voice acting was also perfect. I think the voice acting, while I forget his name from season 1, but I think Seth Green did a great job with voicing Leo. And I like how in the start of season 3, or was it season 2? I can't remember, but yeah, no, it was the start of season 3. They actually have a reason why his voice sounds different. Like, they legit have this moment where fucking they're like, why does his voice sound different? It got damaged in that fight, and they're like, huh? You'd think they normally would never address like a voice actor change, or rarely do you ever see that, let alone in a kids cartoon that you ever see like them openly acknowledge something like that. But no, they're like, no, we got an idea for why he sounds different now. There you go, and he's gonna continue to sound different. That's I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was really awesome. Anyway, among other things, yeah, what were the other things? I think also just where they went as a show. Like, when they also had this beautiful marriage of what both Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman wanted. You know, both doing like this dark and gritty, almost parody of things, as well as doing these, you know, grandiose, cosmic, fun era stuff as well. It was a beautiful interconnection of both. And talk about love for past eras. Can we just talk about for a second how these guys did great crossovers with the 80s cartoon, and also made us all collectively go, we want a Usagi Yojimbo solo cartoon. Like, we all looked at like that 3-parter made us all go, can we just have the creators of this show do a Usagi Yojimbo show now? I would pay so much money to have that get off the ground. I would legit have... someone just needs to do that as a thing, right? Like, someone just needs to do that. Anyway. So, yeah. Also, this show got away with stuff like the death of Shredder. I mean, the death of Shredder and the death of Splinter were like, oh my god, they got away with that. The 2 deaths of Shredder, both times were like, oh my god, they got away with that. How did they? But no, this show is a pinnacle of Ninja Turtles cartoons. Will there be another Ninja Turtles show like this one? It's hard to say. I think there may be sometime in the future. But as it stands, I think, and I'm not alone on this, that, you know, the 2012 cartoon is peak Ninja Turtles. And I know some people may have some detractors, and I have love for the 2003 cartoon and the 80s cartoon. But if we're being honest in terms of storytelling, action, drama, love for the fans and the fandom itself, look no further than this show. Honestly, like, look no fucking further than this series. But yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this Ninja Turtles cartoon? What did you guys think of the Ninja Turtles cartoon? Do you think it's peak Ninja Turtles, or do you think it's, or do you think differently? You know, do you think another show is the peak Ninja Turtles cartoon? Let me know in the comments below. And once again, I'd like to thank Swift Blitz for this Patreon request. And like I said earlier, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below, head on to my Patreon, hit the 3rd tier, boom. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.